Once upon a time, Lily, a young girl living in a distant village, was known for her passion for computer games. At night, she would immerse herself in virtual worlds, escaping from the real world. One day, she discovered a new game on the internet, Lost in the Echo. On the game's entry screen, there was only a door with "Enter" written in huge letters. Curiously, Lily clicked on the door and was instantly drawn into a virtual world inside the game. She began walking through a dark forest. Whenever she blinked, the surrounding trees would change, and paths would vanish. As she progressed, she felt she was not alone. She could hear strange sounds among the shadows. Suddenly, a character appeared before her. The character's name was Echo. Surrounded by dark shadows, it was a figure without a face. Echo made her a mysterious offer. "I will return you to the real world, but you must pay a price." Trembling with fear, Lily reluctantly agreed. Echo returned to the real world, and Lily found herself back in front of her computer. However, she noticed something had changed in her room. Only a shadow remained on her computer screen. There wasn't even an icon for the game. One night, as Lily slept in her bed, the sound of her computer suddenly turned on. Screen appeared, and there was the silhouette of Echo. "It's time to pay the price," it said. From that moment on, Lily's boundary between reality and the virtual world became blurred. She was lost in the game, and Echo's shadow would never leave her. Lily began living with Echo's shadow. During the day, she acted like a normal child, but at night, she would sit in front of her computer and return to the strange world of Lost in the Echo. Each time, Echo would give her more complex and dark tasks. As days passed, Lily started losing her connection with the real world. She couldn't focus on school lessons, and her relationships with friends weakened. Her family noticed her strange behavior, but reaching out to her became increasingly difficult. One night, as Lily wandered through the dark forest with Echo's shadow, she suddenly stopped. The surroundings fell silent, and a voice echoed from the shadows. "You are no longer free, Lily. You belong to my world." Echo's shadow slowly approached her, enveloping Lily with its dark hands. Suddenly, Lily opened her eyes and gasped as she looked at her computer screen. Everything seemed real, but she still felt Echo's presence. Determinedly, she shut down her computer and ran out of her room for her family. She was determined to fight to break free from Echo's shadow in order to regain everything she had lost in the real world. She vowed not to enter the dark world of Lost in the Echo again. Using her own courage and strength, Lily struggled determinedly to break free from Echo's shadow. However, with each passing day, Echo's presence seemed to grow stronger. She couldn't even touch her computer anymore, as Echo's shadow would emerge every time, pulling her back into the dark world. One day, Lily's closest friend, Emma, noticed her strange behavior and stood by her side determinedly to help. Together, they resolved to unravel the secrets of Lost in the Echo and defeat Echo's shadow. Sitting at their computers, they faced the challenges that confronted them in the game. However, with every step, Echo's shadow grew stronger, attempting to pull them into the dark world. Lily and Emma persevered, not losing their courage or belief in each other. Finally, deep in the dark forest, they confronted Echo's shadow. Lily and Emma joined forces, fighting against Echo's shadow. In the battle between light and darkness, Lily's courage and Emma's friendship prevailed. With a scream, Echo's shadow dispersed, and the dark world vanished. Lily and Emma returned to the real world, but nothing was the same as before. Yet this experience strengthened their bond, showing them that together they could overcome any challenge. When Lily and Emma returned from the dark world, they couldn't tell anyone about their experience. However, their bond had grown stronger, and with the confidence gained from sharing this secret, they knew they could overcome any difficulty together. However, after some time, Lily noticed that Echo's shadow had returned. This time it was even stronger, and she knew there was a reason for its return. Relying on Emma, Lily sat down at her computer again, determined to discover why Echo had returned. Following the clues, they were led deep into the depths of the dark world. This time they were more prepared to confront Echo's shadow. Lily's courage and Emma's intelligence brought them closer step by step. However, the obstacles they faced were more complex, and Echo's shadow was more dangerous than ever. Finally, when they reached the deepest point of the dark world, they learned the real secrets. Echo's shadow was actually a reflection of Lily's own fears. Lily had to confront the darkness within herself, and only then could she banish Echo's shadow forever. Lily faced her fears and accepted them. This weakened Echo's shadow and eventually eliminated it. When Lily and Emma returned from the dark world, they embraced each other, crying tears of joy out now in the real world. They realized the power within themselves. They knew that together they could overcome any challenge, and their friendship knew no bounds.